On the other side of NA, we got Saints versus Bart, and currently at halftime, Saints leading by 1 round, 8-7. And I think it's on Bart's map pick, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong.
Guys, if you are interested in that, we do have a community stream going over at TTV Benny Kagi. He's awesome. He's got a co-caster as well. So, yeah, very often we've seen him do the solo cast vibes, but he's got someone working with him this time around. So if you are interested in the Saints Bite game, then that is happening over on our community stream. But back into the action here. I'm very curious as to how this is going to pan out. As you said, Ruby's map pick, but EG opting to start on the T side.
So they do go for the conventional Anubis pick on this, starting on the T side, and they're walking straight into the Lion's Den. 3 Rubies sitting on the site with USPs primed and ready. Bullets flying away. Sinksy able to get one, but Garden quick with the trade. Everybody is on the site. And Hailey, once again with the rotations from behind, gets one. You see her dodging in her screen. Reef nearly gets it, but Garden with a 3K on the pistol closes it out and gets the first for EG.
Now, what I'm really curious to see is what's going to happen with the AWP setups, right? Because double AWP on CT has become pretty standard, pretty popular on this map. We do see it from time to time. And we know that katalyyst had a really solid performance on Ancient earlier. So if she picks up that AWP into her hands, then we might see something devastating. Piggy, on the other hand, was having a little bit of a slower time. And of course, on the T side, it's not too much to worry about just yet. But as we head on to their CT, you know, that's going to come into question. And then the factor of the potential double AWP, you know, who takes up that secondary? There's a lot of questions into this.
Just going to be some eco frags. Who's sipping them out? And it looks like Jessica with a 3K, PippySippy with a 2K. This closes out everybody down. This team ace. Ooh, Jessica must have been hungry for some eco frags. And so was PippySippy. They're getting a bit hungry for some frags. They do get the second, so they do convert. Don't lose out to those USPs. But that allows Team Factory to buy up into some mean firepower into their hands, some M4s galore on their side.
Yeah, they're pretty stacked up into this round. And I mean, that's to be expected. Third round after losing the pistol and the force. No worries. EG on mostly a bonus. A little bit of a reinvest coming through here, but nothing that breaks the bank. So still feeling confident in this. I do like that Team Factor are taking a lot of strong mid control here. That's such an important area for the T's to take control of, and it gets shut down.
It's a great little opening from Hailey, but Reef nearly gets caught up, thrown in the smoke. Sevenlicious, always trying to abuse the time, means always where you least expect. She does aggress forward. It's actually a great smoke from the CT in mid, as it's more forward, more up towards mid, towards the T side, so that gives them the opportunity to look down that little passageway into the dark depths of canals. And Sevenlicious is still up to no good, but Jessica's only gets one, traded out by katalyyst. And it's a 2v4. EG and a big player deficit. But they're catching the great timing. Garden still doing work. Does get one before going down. Milky in a 1v2 situation. Both players on the rotator round. So she does have a free site to plant. As we do have Hailey already close to B.
That spot.
All right, into the line of fire. Milky not able to compose. And they get their first for Team Factor Ruby.
Yeah, Milky, I mean, you're in a tough spot there. You don't know where the players are going to be coming from when they re-aggress in. Was not expecting the push in through main there. And, well, that's where it came from. Standing directly in the line of fire and instantly taken down. And this again kind of speaks to that mid control that I was talking about, right? So there was an almost stabilization from EG. There was like a weird Narnia smoke from Team Factor on A main, and they were able to push through that and instantly start getting some of those trade back kills. But it started off very strong for Team Factor. What brought it to the 4v2 was that mid control. I was talking about how important it is for the T side to get that control. It gives you so many rotational options, gives you so much control of the map. So if Ruby can keep shutting that down, then they'll have a really good grasp, a good hold on the CT side. Of course, Evil Geniuses have been good at, well, turning things on their head. So it might not work out long term.
We shall see. We shall see. Whoa, that is a very, very deep smoke. But PippySippy's able to abuse it. Pops in over. Does a bit of a peekaboo. And Hailey's Pika gone. 4v5. Has EG taken advantage going into this round? They're going to be aggressive towards the A side. There's only one player on site, and that is PippySippy. She had a bit of a quiet game in the last one, but I think now it's a time to shine. She's still waiting for the presence to come in forward. The util coming out. It's getting a bit scary, and they're already calling the rotations. Everybody hauling their butts over towards the A side. PippySippy just lurking around the smoke, using a bit of a one-way, does get caught out, and a great flash from Slinksy. PippySippy nearly able to get a double, but does enough damage for Reef to close. 2v3 situation, PippySippy close with the AWP. Not really in a good position for the big green, does swap out. Good choice. Brings out the rifle, turns away, and is about to get double peeked. Katalyyst gets the closer, 7 lisses. With nothing left in the tank, gives away a second for Factor.
I'll be honest, I thought that after getting that first kill into mid onto Hailey, this would be a slam dunk for EG. But heading over towards that A side, and again, we talk about how retakes on A can be very, very difficult. Now, EG hadn't planted, but they, in a sense, were in that kind of post-plant positioning, right? You're on the site, Factor closing in on you, so you have to guard yourselves. You have to try and stop them from stopping you. And Factor having the numbers advantage there works out so well for them. Isolate a lot of those duels, swing together. We're seeing some of that hand holding that I was really hoping to see more of, and now they're able to even out the score lines. EG back down onto pistols. Katalyyst has the AWP in her hands. This is looking like they could have a bit of a streak going.
Yeah, that a little bit of an upper push just completely bypasses that molly. So it does close off one avenue from gaining, but it doesn't close it off completely. PippySippy is getting absolutely flashbanged, but holding behind the smoke, using the kind of a one-way, gets two, searching for more. Searching for those eco frags, makes it a third. Sinksy gets one of her own. 7licious once again left in the clutch, all alone. But Reef is there for the close, and it's going to be Team Factor Ruby taking the 1-round lead going into the 6th round.
Good reaction times from Pippi as well, right? She's on that kind of higher ground, but she hears the steps on the steps. She hears the footsteps on the steps to her right. And there's a nice kind of flick around to make sure that as that person emerges from the smoke, she's able to connect that kill. And that's so important, right? It sounds so obvious, like, yeah, she heard footsteps, she should kill them. But in the heat of the moment, the pressure kind of mounts on you. And so it was really well played of her to be able to make that swing, get that kill, and confirm a much stronger lead after, Pippi managed to get one of those kills with a pistol. So you know that your teammates are taking fire, they're taking damage, and things are getting a little out of hand, but she's able to stabilize it quite nicely. It was an anti-eco, so of course, winning out that duel is going to be that much easier. Now Evil Genius is back into a buy of their own, and we're seeing a very kind of back and forth performance here, very similar to what we saw at the start of Ancient. But eventually one of these teams is going to have to start to pull ahead. Very curious to see which one it is.
Oh, this round is going to tell. So who's going to be keeping up that momentum going forward? Who's going to get opening pick mid? Nobody's in mid this time. They're just going to leave our mid, and it's going to be a lot more presence, and they're going to be pushing on forward. This is a great play from Team Factor Ruby, taking up so much space on the map. They're already down in the water already. And Jessica's called out. Katalyyst quick with the trade from onto Milky. Hailey avenged. They do get knocked down quite a lot. 7licious still looking around, looking the wrong way, but able to close. Catches Katalyyst lurking away. Sinksy alone on the B side, gets Molotoved off. Does regroup with Reef, but with low HP and no defuse kit. Oh, Sinksy does have a defuse kit. They're going to do a bit of a wraparound from CT and try from a different angle. Searching for anybody peeking out. Nobody's going to peek out just yet, and that's just a call. Nobody peeks out. Not going to go for it. They're just going to save onto these rifles, save the air kits into the next round. Maybe buy into something a bit more firepower. Sinksy does have quite a bit of money, so if she can save her armor save that AK, she can bring that AWP into the next round and put it into the hands of Katalyyst. And that AWP in the hands of Katalyyst was definitely the catalyst on Ancient. But let's see if it will be the catalyst on Anubis.
Here's the thing. I feel like Katalyst's positioning was a little too aggressive. Yes, she does get a kill for herself, and that's big, but she's in a very, very dangerous spot and very easy to be traded out. So, yeah, a bit of a tough one there as Ruby lose a round and the scores get evened out again. But this is what's exciting for me. This is the first proper rifle round across the board, both teams, full buys, comfortable buys, AWP versus AWP, right? Piggy's got one for herself as well. So this is going to be the first real test of what these two teams are going to be made of.
Let's see whose AWP is going to sing first, and it's going to be Katalyyst. 7 Litions out of the round. Great little shot from Katalyyst. Hailey does suspect somebody is lurking around in mid, and that is Milky, searching for anything to go by. Garden licking her lips. Saw one player ready to devour, but she misses her prey. Factor Ruby take the advantage, but Milky is quick to even up the odds. Still continues on forward. Nearly catches our Katalyyst, but Katalyyst is just too quick. Quicker to the trigger. Puts Team Factor Ruby at a player advantage. PippySippy's actually been doing stellar jobs anchoring on this A side. Let's see. Ooh, she just peeks off the angle. Piggy able to close. His timings in this series is just nuts, but Katalyyst is even more nuts. A 4K goes for the ace, but Sinksy steals it away. Would have been 2 aces and 2 maps.
God, can you just imagine?
Oh, that would have been nuts.
Honestly, Katalyyst, so like we make these jokes way too often. But in that round, right, and I'm not going to say it, but you all know what I'm thinking, but she was pivotal. This kill onto Milky, okay, there we go. The kill onto Milky in mid is so important because Milky gets a kill. They've left mid mostly open. Milky pushes up, gets that first kill. Katalyyst trades it back. She retakes control of mid. Then as they move in onto the site, of course, Katalyyst is then able to do that little bit of extra cleanup, but they've shut off a lot of the rotations from EG. They've shut off that potential flank, and the push in onto the A site is now completely crippled. So that play from Katalyyst was so important to win them that round. EG back down onto pistols. Not a great look. As Factor Ruby, I can see why this was their map pick. They are looking pretty good on it.
They are looking pretty spicy. Doing some stellar work on the CT side as they're going to be fending off against a horde of EG gold. Reef and Sinksy able to close, but Milky with the Tech 9 gets a double, gets a third.
Bro.
A mere Tech 9 able to do the work. Katalyyst misses a shot. That's unheard of. She misses 2 shots. But PippySippy is close to get the kill. Milky's still doing damage of 4K. Nearly goes for the ace. Does a bit of damage.
If Milky got a Tech 9 ace, I would have rage quit. I would have been so done with this whole match.
Like,
no ways, dude.
No,
that just would have ended me. I love Tech 9 rounds. I think that a Tech 9 rush is the most fun thing to watch. But 4 kills that almost converts into an ace? No, get out. That is nuts. I mean, she's going to be very happy with that. They do so much damage to Team Factor's economy that now they've got like an MP9 and a FAMAS. Like, this is not a good buy for a team that wants to maintain a strong lead. And of course, EG are going to be able to buy in very well into this round. Piggy does have the AWP again, but she has been off her game again. You know, she was looking better on Ancient, but she's still having a much slower performance than what we expect out of her, and it's definitely causing issues for EG. But Garden has been performing a lot better than I expected, so really happy to see her stepping it up here in a big way for her team. And 7Licious, you know, the player that stood out so heavily last week, she's also having a very quiet day. So EG struggling to kind of get that momentum going.
Yeah, Garden has been absolutely stellar so far this series. It's really good to see if she can get her confidence back, as she's always a very pivotal player in the EG squad. Hailey does get a great little opening onto Milky, who nearly ended the last round with an ace on the Tech 9s. So that threat has been dealt with immediately. And PippySippy with a quick little trade avenges Milky. Seven is just so close to this angle, but the MP9s win out that duel. This is what we're talking about trades. There's trades all around. Garden, great little timing. Catches out Sinksy squared. And tries to take down Katalyyst. Katalyyst is so quick with the AWP. I don't even think she scopes. It's like just a visual bug. I don't even see the scopes. I don't even think I could be that fast.
Katalyyst doesn't play with her monitor on. She just visualizes the game.
Just with sounds alone, she knows exactly where to go aim and shoot.
I want to see that pasta in chat, please. Thanks.
It's a great little shot, but just gets overwhelmed from both sides. EG found a fourth. Still 1 round behind. Back to Ruby.
Just a quick update. Saints versus Byte over on the community stream. 16-8 in favor of Saints. So seeing a nice little turnaround there. Obviously, Byte winning the first map. It's 1-1. They're going to head to map 3. That is very exciting for, again, a new team against one of the big 3. And they're doing an incredible job. So really excited to see how well Byte are doing. And it's cool to see how back and forth this half has been as well. Really impressed with Ruby.
There's going to be a bit of a cleanup on our long Garden and Milky cleaning up house. Leaves Katalyyst alone in a 1v5 with the AWP in hand. Doesn't look too doable. Let's see if she can hold it on, but there's so much time left on the clock. And to hold onto that big green for that long, oh, it's going to get close as Sevenlicious is all the way on the other side of the map searching for that AWP to take it out of her hands. See if she can do it, but the bomb is going to go down. And Katalyyst is going to most probably save, but not if Sevenlicious has anything to do with it. Ugh. No,
well, it would be her second kill of the half, so you know that'd be really great for her. She takes a detour, so it looks like she's not going to be the one to find this AWP. Katalyyst doesn't want to give it up. She wants to hold on to this. Oh no. There it is. Can she get a second? Go on, go on, go on. Ah!
Just
second kill, let's go.
Sevenlicious does get that kill finally. But Milky nearly ending it close. But great little shot from Katalyyst, but the AWP does go down. And look at the economy on the side of Team Factor Ruby. Feels like we're back in the 1980s with the Great Depression.
Wow.
I think it was the 1980s.
God. The 1920s?
No, it wasn't 1920s. It was just after the war, I think. Can't remember. Oh, I'm getting a bit of deja vu, but a great flash from Sinksy. That was a Sinksy flash. Katalyyst uses just a mere USP, gets the kill, and upgrades to an AK. Look at the space taken by Team Factor Ruby. Monkey kind of left on an island. As you can see, the Team Factor Ruby just slowly swarm into her position. That mini-map is looking absolutely terrifying. If I were Milky, I would run and hide. She's going to be catching one, tries to isolate the jewels, but being caught from all sorts of angles. The USPs win the jewel again. Hailey gets the kill. It's another upgrade, but the bomb is already far gone. There's no defuse kits left. So they're going to be the 2 players with the AKs are going to be saving on for dear life. As Sinksy and PippySippy go for more, but Jessica's looking to pad the stats, closes it out. And EG take back the lead.
It's been an uphill battle for this EG team, to say the very least. They've done a really good job of restabilizing, of starting to get a feel for this map, right? We spoke about how they don't have the most experience on it, so they have struggled to so far in the map anyway, they've struggled to kind of really find their footing. And now they're starting to read into Ruby's performance a little bit better, starting to get a good understanding of how they're playing the CT side. And now EG is starting to bring things back in their favor, right? I mean, we saw a very close half in the previous map. We could see a, full-on carbon copy of that here on Anubis, on a map that we weren't expecting too much from EG on, since we didn't really know what to expect. They're doing a lot better than predicted.
Looks like both AWPers are matching each other, both taking some early damage, both near about 60 HP apiece. I think they're trying to tell us something. They're like two twins, always got to feel the same pain. But no, he's going to feel the pain. Sevenlicious, Piggy Kiki head taken clean off by Katalyyst. She does suspect that there's somebody close looking around. Spots the drop, but gets overwhelmed. And Sevenlicious emerges from the shadows. And all corners of the map, nobody can hide. EG take everybody down. PippySippy in the 1v4. Sevenlicious and Milky are both low, but they do have AWPs in hand. But if PippySippy can get those 2 frags, this could be a bit more doable. She does have a defuse kit. The bomb is not yet planted. And as I said, the bomb is planting. I need to check and see if these players do not have the stream open.
Ha!
Or they're listening to me.
Bro, don't even joke about that. Twitch chat will come for you.
Oh no. We don't want another Vitality situation with the stream on in the background.
Oh no.
Need to check in
We're gonna
Hailey's
talk about
shades. Gotta do some master sleuthing.
7 rounds for EG here. Looking to get themselves that lead at the half. Ruby are going to be able to have a little bit of a reinvest into the next one, but I mean, Sinksy on 0. Katalyyst 2,700, right? So you've got like a full spectrum here in terms of what cash is available. A little bit of extra cash there for PippySippy. She'll be happy with that. I don't think there's going to be too much of a heavy investment into this one. Ruby are definitely going to want to have cash into the next round. Next round, we're getting very, very, very close to the half here. Looks like it's just going to be that one hero rifle that PippySippy held on to from that previous round in that save. A little bit of some upgraded pistols, just to put a little bit more bite into it. But EG, if they should win this round, and that'll put them at a lead at the half. Looking very strong. But you were saying, right, this is kind of a T-sided map to an extent. So this is a good start for EG. But it's very possible that Ruby are going to be able to bring it back once we swap sides.
There's all opportunities and all avenues that they can take to take their map pick. Looking like Garden is going for those frags again, those eco frags, but gets caught out by PippySippy. That one lone AK gets a frag. It's a 4v3, so they still have a player advantage. But with that AK still in play, and to some heavy hitting pistols. Ooh, Reef has got the upgrade. Katalyyst on the dig. Piggy Kiki misses the shot. Hiding behind the pole, doing a bit of pole dance. He does get one before going down. 2v3 situation. Diffuse kits for both and armor. This is very, very doable. The bomb's not yet planted. And as soon as I say that again, it's been planted. I think I gave it like a bit of a jinx. Sevenlicious holding out, but they're going to just save onto these rifles. Not a lot of money to go into the next round. So at least they can invest into some rifles for the rest of the team as they bring the big green into round number. What round is it? Quick maths. 14. It's very early.
Rule, never do maths on stream. Never do maths on stream.
It's very early. If y'all don't know, it's nearly 5 a.m. inside Africa.
Listen, yeah, I'm fine. All right, you're the problem.
You have caffeine. No share.
I do have caffeine. It's really funny because Twitch chat is now calling you out on not knowing when the Great Depression was.
Wait,
Great. You know what? I told them to forgive you because you're a Zoomer. You know, like, why would you know that?
I don't want to say that I did it in history. And I was
so then don't. Why are you outing yourself, man?
Yeah. I don't know when the Great Depression was, okay?
It was the 1920s. The more you know.
Yeah.
All right, 2 rounds left in this half. Team Factor Ruby going to be looking to try and close this one out. Or the next 2, rather. You know, they want to go into the half with a nice little scoreline for themselves. And Katalyyst with his aggression again!
She sits in the smoke. At least she gets away, but there's so much damage dealt. Knocked down to 32 HP. Milky just going in for an absolute barrage of bullets, but there's some friendly fire going around. Katalyyst knocked down to 4 HP. Mollies are dropped, but nobody goes down just quite yet. Katalyyst just living by a thread. Milky's still lurking around. She wants that frag. She put so many bullets into the wall, looking for those bullets to meet Katalyyst demise. That was very morbid. But we move on. It's going to be an execute onto the B's side, and that's a great little positioning up into
Hailey.
connector.
Oh,
Katalyyst.
Hailey.
Oh,
Yes,
Hailey!
Hailey! Okay, it's only one, unfortunately, but oh, that was so fun.
Just if there were more bullets, like an M4A4 would have come out on top. But this is looking very, very good. Garden, Jess, and Milky all low HP. And Team Factor Ruby are coming in for the cleanup. Jessica's all alone in a 1v3, but players are low as well. Katalyyst low, knocked down, but it's a 1 HP player, and she's just gonna hold. Jessica's can't push through the molly. PippySippy lets off at the defuse and walks straight into Jessica's, but gets the shot off first, has a defuse kit, closes out the round. It's 8-6.
Ferrari peak too strong. That was so amazing, right? So Hailey on the like absolute epic Mission Impossible flanking mission. If we were like spectating that, you put that to the Mission Impossible music, and it's like the best highlight clip of the day. And she gets all the way around. She gets one, but she does a little bit of damage, and then it opens up for two of the other players, Sinksy and who was the last player there? Anyway, the two of them, they're able to rotate all the way around up through main, and no one's expecting them to be there because they just killed the lurk. And so they're able to completely shut it down, and then of course the Ferrari swing comes through. I mean, this was a solid retake, and it was exactly what they needed. Katalyyst has been very, very aggressive with this AWP, and she's now being punished for it. EG are expecting it, and now she's down onto 12 HP because she's getting a little bit cocky with it.
Oh, Reef gets caught out with util in hand, but Katalyyst quick with the trade. She even got that. Godwin was sitting in the smoke just about, but 7licious is coming to the party. She has definitely gets a 2 for. But Hailey once again with the lurk from all the way behind, goes in through the backlines, gets a double in a 1v2 situation. She's got to deal with the glasses on, ready to get the final round underway. It's the final round of the half. We're either going to see an 8-7 or a 9-6.
Well done. Yes, yes. There are no other options.
Yeah.
All right, Hailey. What is the plan here?
As long as it's not to do with map. Good map.
Oh,
Does get one.
unlucky.
But Piggy, Kiki holding the line. Makes it a 9-6 half. EG take a 3-round lead.
And we're going to throw it to a quick break. When we return, we will have the second half, possibly the end of this series. Tune in and find out.
na tuante unangwa nane.
So you wanna know what's up? Trying to get to meet your friends, liking me on Instagram, but me and you have never met. Lady, you look too cool, but you play yourself a fool. Already know you're cute, so why it take you so long? And hanging in the sidelines, you've been mad when the chance is gone. So take the chance, take it now, before you lose it all.
And we're going to hop straight back into it. A 9-6 half. EG taking a 3-round lead on Team Factor Ruby's map pick on Anubis, of all things. An unknown entity. It's coming out like EG know their stuff. They weren't leading us astray in any way, trying to not pick it. So they're bringing out the Julies, 2 sets of Julies, bringing out everything, all stops. There's 7 pistols on the side of CT. Let's see if they can put them to work as PippySippy's up close. She does already. Gets one, gets a second, goes in for more. But Milky gets caught out on the relocation. Ooh, it's leaving Garden and Sevenlicious in a very tight spot. Bomb going down, but Garden pushes up just before the bomb gets planted. It's on for a 2K and the 3K. Cleans out the round and gets a 10 for EG.
Garden is having a day. I'm really impressed with how she's performing. Piggy as well, right? Like the start of this map, Piggy was very, very slow. And she's definitely picked it up. There was some really impactful AWP kills towards the end of that second half. So good to see the EG players stepping up a bit. And of course, that explains the scoreline. As soon as your players start stepping up, you're going to see a huge difference. And of course, this is a really important map for Ruby. It was their map pick. And if they lose this one, that's it. Series is over. So they need to come up big here on this T side.
Moki's trying to clean up those eco frags, but might get caught out just a bit. She's swapping to the USP, but it's working. Gets 2 with the USP. PippySippy with the close, just to mop up the final few frags. Moki with a lovely little 3K and PippySippy with a lovely little 2K at the end, just to spice it up. As Evil Geniuses make it 11.
We've gone beyond the double-digit line here. EG looking very comfortable. They're going to have their bonus into this one. Team Factor only going to be able to buy in now. The last 2 rounds were a little bit of a whitewash. We'll see what they're able to accomplish with rifles in their hands. They're expecting this aggression.
Reef is just holding on and taking names here on the side of A. She gets a 2-fer just for waiting out any sort of aggression. That leaves B completely exposed. PippySippy finds Stinksy lurking around in mid. She knows that she's not supposed to be there. But PippySippy is all left alone in a 1v3 and the bomb on its way to A. She did rotate off onto the B side, hoping the bomb would be planted there. To no avail. The bomb is not there at all. It's on the completely opposite side, and she's making her way across. Hopefully she can catch our 2 here. There's both players here. One of them is low, but she's just going to hold an angle. Just wait for the bomb to go down. Not even going to go for it. Just going to wait for them to come to her, but this is getting a bit awkward. We have Reef around the corner, does hear the footsteps and knows where to run. And everybody is going for PippySippy. It's just going to be a wild little goose chase. A bit of ring around the rosy action. PippySippy, you need to keep up the pace. Otherwise, you're about to get shot from behind. The swap around. Searching for the kill and finds Reef just as the round closes.
Finally going to get themselves back into the game. Start clawing their way back in. They've still got a little bit of an uphill battle ahead of them to bring the scoreline into a more even territory. But it's a good start, and they haven't allowed EG to get a full runaway in the start of this half. They've managed to bite back, and that's really important. Put some damage into that potential bonus and forcing them to reinvest in.
That smoke just leaves PippySippy to go up to her own devices. There is a trade. There's trades all around. It's a 3v3 situation. Hailey knocked down to 7 HP. And now it's time for Team Factor Ruby to reconvene, reconsolidate on where they want to go. And it's looking like it's going to be once again an A. As they exec some util going on forward. Jessica's all alone. Already the rotation's coming in. Great little smoke, great little molly. Closing them off, but Garden is allowed to get up close and personal. Takes down Hailey, takes down Reef, and takes down PippySippy for 3.
Garden on a tear. I know I've said this a few times, but I mean, the glow up from last week has been fantastic. And sure, you know, players sometimes have a slow day. It happens. But it's good to see that it hasn't kind of gotten to her. She's back on her, you know, top tier play. Love to see it. This was such a solid hold as well. And I mean, this was a full buy. It's not like it was some sort of an anti-eco where Ruby were like at a huge disadvantage. They came into this prepared and they all just fell like dominoes, right? The lack of hand-holding, the lack of creating those crossfires, it's become so detrimental. And there are moments where they show it, but for the most part, they tend to just kind of collapse in on themselves.
That was a very intentional nade. I saw it in a not out here video. So if you guys throw that nade and you blame yourself getting tagged by the nade, just blame not out here. And that's a very, very quick round. Garden does fall, but she does get 2 before going down. Yeah, Garden's doing very, very well in this map. She's definitely, I'm guessing she's de-weeded the Garden. Got out all the little itsy bitsy things that were killing all the flowers, and now she's just absolutely blossoming on this map. But you don't like my puns?
No.
Oh gosh.
Listen, we already have a dad of the Impact scene. We don't need another one. All right.
Hey, I just turned 21. That makes me very old. I'm a dad now. I got to get
You know
dad
what?
jokes.
You just shut your mouth. That's what you do. All right. You are a literal infant.
Yes, mom.
Bruh, no.
Fine.
Get me
Thanks,
out.
Grandma.
My boy has a death wish. Guys, if you never hear from Newt ever again, you know what happened.
If you only hear no in part of Newt, then you know something's wrong. I don't get to finish my Newt. But who doesn't get to finish anything is PippySippy gets caught out as she tries for the retreat. It's a 3v5 situation, and for the retake on EG, fading the smoke, Reef comes out on top of that duel, knocked down to 19 HP. 7licious and Milky left alone to their own devices, hoping to save these rifles into the next round. And it's going to be an 8th for Team Factor Ruby. This is where it gets a bit dicey. As Anubis is more of a T-sided map, once the T-side kind of gets rolling, they were very, very quiet at the beginning of this half, but now they're starting to pick up steam. It's been 2 in a row now. Maybe make it a 3rd, maybe a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, maybe tie up this map. I don't know, who knows? Let's see how it goes so far as 7licious able to save, and Akan just spots out the feet of Reef. As that
Very
is
well played.
8 for Team Factor Ruby. Very, very well played indeed, yeah.
Yeah, good A hit there. Retake, we've said it a couple times, retaking A can be very difficult, so you have to kind of deny that plant entirely, and even that can be a bit tough. To deny A, you really need that mid control, and it just wasn't really there for EG, particularly towards the end of that round. 7licious getting that last kill. I mean, it's good. It does a lot of economic damage to Ruby, and they're going to need all the cash that they can possibly muster up, particularly as this kind of goes on. But if... Oh, my goodness.
7licious didn't even get to see the light of day. She's just peeking out connector, seeing what's going on, and she was just taken down immediately by katalyyst, and katalyyst is just going on for more. She's playing Duck Hunt, gets 2. That's a great little opening. Puts EG down to a 2-player deficit. And the top frag, Garden, is out of the round. So that little nuisance is out of question. And Team Factor Ruby haven't even taken a lick of damage as of yet. And it's going to be an execute onto an empty bomb site. It is open season on the B site. No ducks to quarrel with. Okay. Took a while for Hailey to find a place to plant. I know you got good choice. You got the whole bomb site to choose, but this is getting a bit dicey. Bookie does get one. Leaves Sinksy low HP. Ooh,
a moment.
I had a moment. I thought PippySippy was going to absolutely blow Jessica's brains out. With the AWP.
Yeah, for a second I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, somebody just walked in front of an AWP, what's going? And then I realized, oh, they're on the same team. Never mind.
She did the simple wiggle, and that's scary. When you do the little wiggle with an AWP, yeah, you know, it's bullets about to fire. It's getting a bit dicey, but that makes it 9. So I think that's like 3 in a row so far for Team Factor Ruby. It's completely shut down EG.
They're going to need a lot more. Still at a 4-round deficit. So still a lot of climbing to do. They've done considerable economic damage to EG though. And this is good. This is going to pivot them to at least one more round. Unless things go really wonky. Like we've seen some crazy things happen in low buy, half buy, pots and pans buy rounds. So this could still very easily go EG's. I say very easily. It could still go EG's way. That'll do.
Katalyyst. That will definitely do. What a shot. There's a nice nade on the other side of the map. PippySippy also making the all presence known. It's trades all around. 1 kill for 1 kill. 7licious with a P250 tickling away at health, and then he catches out Katalyyst with a molly in hand, but Sinksy able to save her friend. It's a 3v3. Garden pursuing anything, could upgrade. Keeps onto the USP and gets absolutely obliterated by Sinksy squared. They're rotating straight to the AWP. PippySippy holding the line. Flicks onto Sinksy, pushes up forward and gets the collapse. Closes it out for 14. What a
She's
way.
so proud of herself.
What a way to get 14. You always know when a player gets excited when they have like their trademark little jiggle wiggle whatever. I know somebody in the ZA scene, aka Flower, she likes to tend to look at the floor and then look up and then do a shake. Even when the bomb is going off and she needs to defuse, she's got to do the wiggle shake before.
It's really good to see Piggy stepping up. I mean, she's been kind of one of those hot and cold players, but when she's on, damn, she's on. And this is one of those days, right? Just absolutely dominating. Ruby needed that round, and it looks like this one's falling apart in a very similar fashion.
7licious just using that little bit of a one-way two-head advantage. Gets quick, clean 2 kills. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it's a 3v5 for Team Factor. And this is only 1 round away from map and series point for EG. And it looks like they want to put everything they have into this round. It was nice to see the new A1S in play. I haven't actually seen it in game just yet. Little Jurassic Park. And that is a scary dinosaur indeed. Milky gets the kill. PippySippy still doing damage, but Reef gets a double. Left in the 1v3. Gets the reload off just in time. 3 kills. 2 players left. A 1v2. Ace clutch for the win. Just looking at Reef sensitivity. That is some low sensitivity. But it just gets damage. And Jessica's defuses the bomb. And that is 15 map and series points for EG.
Oh, this is not good. Team Factor's map pick. They didn't know what to expect coming into this. They hadn't seen anything from EG on this map, so had a bit of a confidence, and it just has not worked out in their favor. They're just getting shut down round after round, and they've kept it close. They've kept it competitive. But when it comes down to those really impactful kind of late round clutch moments, it's EG who have consistently come out on top. Now they come into this round, Ruby, with a very broken buy. They know it's match point, and they are going to need a miracle.
They're hedging all their bets towards the A side. 2 players here, but that AWP is still here. But that's a quick trade. Trades galore. But Jessica lines up for the double blind. No need. Makes it a 3K. Sinksy, all that is left. Tags away, but Jessica closes out with a 4K. And that is a 16-9 game. EG take it 2-0.
What a solid performance here. I mean, we came into this and we said on paper, EG have it in the bag, right? Very, very unknown quantity coming through here, of course, with Team Factor Ruby. We only knew one of those players from previous performances. We'd seen a little...